Yes, I, Grenada, Carrico, Pinimanik, and the rest of the world. I'd like to welcome you again to another Mikey Life program, people. This is where it all happens. The good, the bad, and the Mikey. I do hope that you had yourself a good day today. I hope that you're having a good week. At least it's about to end. Tomorrow is Friday already. Listen, Spice Month is already here. The time flew by, man. I'm telling you. Wow. Olia, let's see what's making the news for tonight now. A donation made to the Spice Math Corporation. We'll tell you who made that donation and in what amount as well. Payments of semi-final appearance fees. It's available. We'll talk about that. Put your child's safety first, says the police. The RGPF continued road safety operations, they say. And we have a little bit for you from the Grenada Progressive Movement. So we're going to talk about that. NDC held a press, well, not, I wouldn't say really a press event, because it actually was a protest outside of the financial complex today. And we will talk about that, people. We have that and more to talk about when we return on tonight's program. Welcome to Mikey Life, people. This is where it all happens. The good, the bad, and the Mikey. We have no horse in the race, so we tell you as it is. Who Vex lost, because Mikey Life is boss. Anyway, I'll let you stop getting trouble and get down to business. The headlines was brought to you with the kind compliments of WPG10. Here's what we want you to do. Share the program. For those of you who are on Facebook, we encourage you to share the program. It's really important when you share the program. That's how other people get to know that we are on, we are live, and we are live and we kick in. So yeah, share the program. All right, guys. And we want to welcome the viewers on WPG10. And if you're on YouTube, wherever you are, man, thank you for viewing. We're coming back, and when we return is news in audio Lili Lolo.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz-ready finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz, bringing value home.
The third annual Caribbean Comedy Show. Saturday, August 17th at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more.
I ultimate got glass. You see what I done with it? You want to swear it razor grass. Look, I am a very, very serious man.
The people say that is the best fete in the carnival. None of them holding secret for me. None of them. The St. Andrews Development Organization, in collaboration with Mr. Elimas Gilbert, say Specky Show 2019 will be a movie. You must wear it. Some man love the rum more than the woman. From Trinidad and Tobago, the Calypsonian who empower women, singing Sandra.
The way you cock up like a bloody acrobat. The wife at home they can't, she can do that.
From St. Vincent, former soccer monarch Calypso and road match king Posa. And top Grenadian artists. Stay tuned for more info. For vending, call 404-8131. Becky Show, August 4th, St. Andrews Rainbow City Festival weekend. The color is red.
Grenada, hope you're ready for this one as Exterminator Movement presents Job in the Club. Job in the Club. Going down inside the Tin Shop, Paradise, St. Andrews, Saturday, August 3rd. With Grenada's top DJs and artists featuring live, Looney Spark and Electrify, Muddy, Buckwild, Skull Dog, Alma Boy, and Squeezehead. Get your Oliver $20 tickets now. Pay more at the door. Tickets are available from Zay's Bar and Quito in Paradise, Bogoso Barbershop Grenville, Golden Auto and Accessories Grenville, Heather's Boutique St. George, Jason's Bakery in Telescope, Patel La Poetry, Kelly in La Poetry, and any Exterminator family. Action kicks off from 10 p.m. till 10 a.m. And your DJs representing DJ Super, Mixmaster Brent, O2 Sound, 473 Rulers, DJ Brad, DJ Flawless, Exterminator Sound, Soca Lover Steve. So remember, Job in the Club, Saturday, August 3rd, The Tin Shop in Paradise, St. Andrew. It's paint, powder, mud, and water. Job in the Club. So link up the team for this one, Mod.
So the time for fetting and having fun is here, but that doesn't mean you have to be an irresponsible parent as you go about it. This carnival season, you can make a difference by keeping a watchful eye on your children, knowing where they are and whom they're with, ensuring they attend age-appropriate events, making sure they're not exposed to dangerous situations or activities involving drugs, alcohol, or sex, and of course, leading by example. Remember, even though it's carnival, your first responsibility is to your child. A message from the Child Protection Authority of Grenada, working in the best interest for the greatest good of the child.
All right, folks, and of course, yes, we would like to officially welcome you to the business. This is where it all happens, yeah? We do not have a horse in the race, of course. We do not compromise. And we have to tell you as it is, yeah? Sometimes some people may not be happy with us telling as it is, but it is what it is. All right, so yes, I want to say welcome to those of you who have never viewed the program, but you're viewing the program for the first time. I have to let you know it is our pleasure to have you with us, and of course, don't make today your first and your last. All right, come back all the time. Yeah, we give you news with that difference here. We give you news with that twist, literally with that twist, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Yeah. All right. So let's get into what's making the news. All right, today they had a little emancipation session and thing at St. George's. It was put on by the Grenada Cultural Foundation, you know, recognizing what Grenadians have gone through, recognizing slavery and, you know, its abolition here in Grenada. Yeah, so they had a nice little session this morning. All right, just thought I'd at least just mention it for you. All right, yes. Earlier, so here going on now, the first thing I want to tell all you about officially is that a donation was made to the Spice Mass Corporation on Wednesday. And guess who? By who? George F. Huggins and Company Grenada Limited. They handed over a check of $27,000 to Spice Mass Corporation. And according to them, it is part of its contribution to Spice Mass. Now it is Najuma Patrick, and that's a corporate marketing manager at George F. Huggins and Company Grenada Limited. She was the one who did the handover to Mr. Kelvin Jacob, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Spice Mass Corporation. Folks, you have a lot of businesses who are refusing to do this. But George F. Huggins, they have made the bold step. $27,000. So all you know that you all have to patronize George F. Huggins. They have various little companies within their, you know, their distribution division and things like that. Check them out and stuff. They have the shipping, you know. When you see you have companies like that who are investing in our culture like that, you gotta respect them, boy. You know what I mean? You have to respect them. All right. So big up all the whole self on that one day. All right. Thank you very much. Now, I'm speaking about the Spice Mass Corporation, but we got a little notice from them. All right. The Spice Mass Corporation wants to inform all artists who performed at the semi-final of the soca, the groovy, and the calypso competitions that your parents' fees was to be paid by 3 o'clock today, 3 p.m. today. So they were asking persons today to collect the checks at the Spice Mass Corporation office, unit number 6, GC Ennick Complex at the Kirani James Boulevard. All right, persons were given between 3 and 4 p.m. today to collect the money. The Spice Nut Corporation say that they express their appreciation to all artists who competed this year and solicits the continued support in towards the improvement of the music and consequently improving the standard of the premier cultural event, which is Spice Mass. You know what I mean? So by now, some of all get all the money, those of all who go. You understand? And if you all get all the money, all could show up tomorrow and collect money, you know, because they tell all the committee in a certain time, and if all don't make it, I mean you forfeit your winnings. You know? No. Your money is yours. It's your damn money. Oh God. Olia. Police said to put your child's safety first. The police boy. They say put your child's safety first. According to them, with the carnival season underway and the Children's Carnival Frolic just days away, the Royal Grenada Police Force, the RGPF, is appealing to parents and guardians to put the safety of your children above all else. Parents and guardians, you are reminded that children must not be kept at home unsupervised, and that every safety precaution should be taken to ensure they are protected from individuals with criminal intent that may be lurking during the carnival season and at carnival related events. Now, folks, the RGPF is encouraging parents and guardians to establish good safety rules that are simple, positive, and specific. Tell kids what they should do ahead of time rather than after leaving home. They are also reminded that when attending carnival activities, children should be kept in sight or close contact and not be allowed to stray. Children must be accompanied to bathrooms, and that they should not entrust the care of their children to strangers or persons that they themselves or children are not fully acquainted with. Parents and guardians, you're also advised that you should place your child's name as well as their own contact information on the children, all right? In the event of a loss, avoid moving through crowded areas and through floats. Help your children to recognize the right person to assist them and teach them how to spot a grown-up that can be trusted, such as policemen, security officers, or members of an organization or committee who will be in uniform and wearing a tag, and tell him or her, if lost, to go to one of these persons and seek help. Now, remember to take a photo of your child with you on your phone before leaving home. This way, you'll have an image of your child in his or her current outfit to show to others if he or she gets lost. All right, these precautions will be posted on our website for those of you who wants to acquaint yourself with the information. All right, we are moving on. Folks, 408 vehicles were checked on Wednesday, 31st July 2019, as the traffic department continues to beef up enforcement of the traffic laws and regulations ahead of Carnival 2019. This latest traffic operations saw 62 fixed penalty tickets being issued and 52 persons requested to produce driver's license and vehicle insurance certificates. The general public can expect increased traffic operations, including stops and searches and roadblocks. Listen, man, on Wednesday, 31st July, 408 vehicles not dead. You're telling me? Y'all walking by. Yeah, we're moving on. All the big up all the whole stuff. Yeah? Somebody say, Mikey, I come with a little toy on the airport. I know I like a toy. A lady tell me she bring a little toy. And they seized her toy on the airport. What I'm saying is, all the thinking all the head. What I'm saying is, to do further checks, you realize that it's illegal for you to bring in with you or import adult toys. So what I'm saying is, to what end? What I'm saying is, who business is that when a woman wants to, like, yo, only in Grenada. When I say only in Grenada, I mean maybe there might be another country stupid enough to have that on its law books. But that's embarrassing, dog. You know what I mean? You can't tell an adult how to, like in 2019, Jared, yo, although let's not be an embarrassment to the international community. Let's not be an embarrassment to the international community. Our laws ought not speak to that sort of thing. If it does, you see how we just rush to do things at certain time? We had to rush to take that out before Carnival come. You understand? If, you know what I mean? Like, no, like, I'm so disgusted about this, you wouldn't even believe. I mean, I don't need no toy or anything like that. You know, your boy, what kid? But what I'm saying, if a woman so chooses, based on her circumstances, what the hell that have to do with you? Anyway, let me not talk there. I just thought I should address this for what it's worth. It's 2019. We had to get with the program. It's not the law's business. It's not our business. What does it prevent? What does it? To what end is it? Are we making it illegal for women to have their, you know? To what end? What are we trying to prove? What are we trying to prevent? What are we trying to improve? What are we trying? I don't know. It's just stupid. Anyway, mama, feel your pain. You're here for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? If you're here for 2 weeks, miss, and they take your toy and they leave home, how they call him back home in wherever they come from, and they're here on their own, and they go in all them little fete and they hear a little groove and they gotta go back home. Next thing, I'll make the lady cut she flight. And I mean, damage the economy because we ain't making the money that we supposed to. No, I'm serious about that, and we should be bad. Members of the NDC picketed the compound of the financial complex today. They were condemning what they call systematic corruption and calling for justice. Justice, we need justice. NDC, they encouraged their members and supporters to mobilize themselves and come on down, bring the family and the friends of the constituency down, because these are causes that we need to speak up against or speak for. So they go down. We had the former candidate for the NDC contesting the South seat against Nicholas Steele, Mr. Ray Roberts, former media personnel. He was there. He said that we need to put an end to the recent trends of corruption. He said that though the numbers of the protesters are small today, he believed that they still have the sort of support that they need against the kind of corruption that they say they are seeing here in Grenada.
Wonderful day. It's a wonderful day to do something like this. We are trying to at least draw to the nation's attention, and we believe the entire nation is really behind us. You're talking about a process where one man accumulated what? $850,000, and the government turns its eye, its face, its nose to another side. And I am here to demonstrate with the people of Grenada that the tax money must be better spent. As you notice, my placard and my colleagues here, they all represent something that the nation badly needs. Workers are going home without pension, and there are hundreds of them. You could look at all the Bushers. The Bushers, the Prime Minister loves more than anybody else. 3 fortnights a year. Cell phone is $20,000 a month. And the Prime Minister does nothing about it. But I want to tell you which is more important. I know the Prime Minister and Sheldon and others are going to say the numbers small. But I want to draw to the Prime Minister's attention that King Nebuchadnezzar, and he reminds me of King Nebuchadnezzar, had a multitude, thousands, and there were three men, Shadrach, Meshach, Meshach, and Abednego. They never bowed to the king. They refused. The king put them in a furnace. And you know what happened? The result was the Lord dealt with them accordingly. So I just want to tell the Prime Minister, the numbers not matter. What is important are good people are left in Grenada, and they're demonstrating that what has occurred under this government, robbery in the marketing board, robbery in the treasury, citizenship by investment, nobody knows who come in, all sort of wrong things going on. And we are here to demonstrate that we need to put an end to it. Yes, I have met idiots who have ruled countries before. You could think about Ferdinand Marcos. He became history. I could think about Papa Doc Duvalier. So idiots do come to an end at some point in time. They reign temporarily. Good people are forever.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Ray Roberts. And as well, we had Mr. Joseph Andal, who is the current party leader. He said that they will be keeping the pressure on for what it's worth.
The pressure will take various forms. We have already sent out letters to different individuals and institutions, internally as well as regionally and internationally. We are going to be doing different forms of civil disobedience and public protests, and we are going to keep the pressure on until justice for the Grenadian people is achieved. Yep.
I thank you very much, Mr. Andal. And of course, folks, he was not the only person we spoke with. In fact, Pastor Joshua McKee says that the Conference of Churches support the protest, and whoever is guilty of wrongdoing must be punished. He even alluded to the fact that the leader of the country should step aside. Here is Pastor Joshua.
I want to say a pleasant good day to all citizens of Grenada. I am Pastor Joshua Mackie, right in the carnage with the few protesters that are down here. I just want to speak based on our religious fraternity, which is the Conference of Churches. Based on what happened here today, the protesters that showing the disgust with our Prime Minister and all those who are involved in corruption in our nation, things that God is not pleased with. Because the Bible tells us when the wicked is in authority, the people groan. And it said that righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach. And if you look at these placards here, they discuss what happening in one nation. It seems like we have lost our pride, we have lost our dignity, our heritage have been taken away from us. And it's down on the churches now to come together as pastors that know God's word and what God's saying in His word, and we play a critical role in our nation. So I believe that someone have to rise to the challenge of this life, of this present and growing situation in one nation where person's sweat have been going into one hole or have not been properly utilized, where there are so many people crying out for a daily bread, and then when one person getting more than enough. And this is totally wrong. And I don't understand our Prime Minister if you don't know what's right and what's wrong. Because for all this to happening in government, in our nation, and yet still it seems like they are sanctioning what's wrong, and they are calling wrong right and right wrong. And this must stop. And this message, I believe, as a minister of religion, that these protesters are sending, it's sending a message that everything is not right in our nation, even what's happening in the police force. And I pray God that one day, even we as religious ministers of the gospel should call in the Prime Minister somewhere, sit with him, talk with him, and let him know the road and the role that he's playing. Ask himself if God is well pleased, because if we talk about corruption, we should root out corruption from the highest to the lowest. Everyone that do wrong and does wrong must and should be punished. We should not let some get away and some be punished, because these protesters that are standing here today sending a clear signal that there is more to come. So I as a person, I as a minister of religion, if I have to give him an advice, I would ask him to step aside and let justice prevail. And if he don't do that, when he make himself a god in our nation. And this is not right. And I hope that he get in this message. I'm Pastor Joshua Mackey. And what I'm saying there, it's a strong message. And as the church continue to pray, very soon God going to intervene and he's going to expose more corruption that in our nation, even in the cabinet, because even was not some top host letting us know what happening with the cell phones and what happening in the police force. Then I heard that he came out and said he's the one that break the news. Is that true or this wrong? So we have to know the truth, and it seems like falsehood continue. And I hope very soon that what we are praying for, that he will step down and let the reins of justice prevail.
I thank you very much. I thank you very much, Pastor. I like your spirit. So the next time I hear a soldier sex offenses and things like that in the country, I'm calling you. You know what I mean? Because I like you. I like your vibes, your vigor. You know what I mean? So yes, man. Yeah, we getting rid of corruption on all levels and things like that. Will you come out, Pastor? You didn't there all the time? Good. But since we find you now, you look like you have vibes. The next time we doing our business, I'm calling you to help us out because, you know, we don't need a little help and thing. You know what I mean? Yes. Yes. How are we looking for time? Oh, God. I feel so good tonight. And because what I said is, I thought I was alone with the whole sex offense thing and thing like that and wanting better for the country, but Pastor on the line too, man. And I mean, I like you, Pastor. What's your name again, Joshua? So, folks, let's get back to the serious business now. So, they are saying that, hey, it's time to really apply the pressure because, you know, that's the only way you can get things done. That was not the only political party that was there, by the way, you know, because the Grenada Progressive Movement was there too.
It is my pleasure on behalf of my party, Grenada Progressive Movement, to join with the National Democratic Congress on this initiative of bringing national attention to the burning issues which continues unabated, the issue of corruption. This must come to an end. Our nation, our people, our country is suffering from this whole aspect of corruption. Corruption destroys our legal system. It destroys our finances. It destroys the opportunities for our people, young and old alike. And it is now becoming what appears to be the norm in our governments, in our government, corruption. We have to stand up and be counted. We must take a stand against corruption in this nation. It appears to be the norm under the Prime Minister's governance. We are saying enough is enough. We have had enough of this corruption activity taking place in our nation. We therefore stand, I therefore stand, my party therefore stand in solidarity with the National Democratic Congress and all Grenadians who wish to stamp out corruption in our nation. And we call on other local organizations, regional and international, to support the cause that we are standing here for today.
Thank you very much,
corruption.
Sir. And we appreciate your comments on this one. My timekeepers and them want to kill me on the program tonight, but okay. All right, guys. My timekeepers want to kill me, so I need to take a break and come back with the next segment of today's program.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
For me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Make this carnival a special one with Spice Isle Jewelry. This is the sale you've been waiting for. Get up to 40% off on our stunning collection of silver and gold jewelry with purchases above $115. Visit our 2 locations on Grenville Street, St. George's and the Spiceland Mall Grand Dance to see our fine selection of necklaces earrings, rings, and our unique handmade pieces. Step into Spice Isle Jewelry and shop in air-conditioned comfort with a friendly, helpful, and courteous staff. We also pay the most for scrap, gold, and trading. Our repair service is second to none. Treat yourself or even someone special this carnival with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry. Call us on 440-3155 or 440-6648. Sale ends August 31st. Spice Isle Jewelry, operating since 1986, and we do so with pride.
Hope you're ready for this one as Exterminator Movement presents Job in the Club. Job in the Club. Going down inside the Tin Shop, Paradise St. Andrew, Saturday, August 3rd. With Grenada's top DJs and artists featuring live, Looney Spark and Electrify, Muddy, Buckwild, Scroll Dog, Alma Boy, and Squeezehead. Get your Oliver $20 tickets now. Pay more at the door. Tickets are available from Zay's Bar and Quito in Paradise, Bogoso Barbershop Grenville, Golden Auto and Accessories Grenville, Heather's Boutique St. George, Jason's Bakery in Telescope, Patel La Poetry, Kelly in La Poetry, and Eddie Exterminator Family. Action kicks off from 10 p.m. till 10 a.m. And your DJs representing DJ Super, Mixmaster Brent, O2 Sound, 473 Rulers, DJ Brad, DJ Flawless, Exterminator Sound, Soca Lover Steve. So remember, Job in the Club, Saturday, August 3rd, the Tin Shop in Paradise St. Andrew. It's paint, powder, mud, and water. Job in the Club. So link up the team for this one, Mod.
The people say that is the best fete in the carnival. None of them holding secret for me. None of them. The St. Andrews Development Organization, in collaboration with Mr. Elimas Gilbert, say Specky Show 2019 will be a movie. You must wear it. Some man love the rum more than the woman. From Trinidad and Tobago, the Calypsonian who empower women, singing Sandra.
The way you cock up like a bloody acrobat. The wife at home they can't, she can do that.
From St. Vincent, former Soca Monarch, Calypso, and Road Match King, Hosa. And top Grenadian artists. Stay tuned for more info. For vending, call 404-8131. Becky Show, August 4th, St. Andrews Rainbow City Festival weekend. The color is red.
The 3rd Annual Caribbean Comedy Show. Saturday, August 17th at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more.
I own a cutlass. You see what I done with it? You want to swear it razor grass. Look, I am a very, very serious man.
All when I don't have no money, I go still. All when they think we done, I go still. Anytime you see me, I go still. I jump and I'm falling down, and I go still. We having a good time in the venue. Me and my squad, tell you it's mass in the venue. Me and my squad, telling the trouble in the venue. Me and my squad, you must let me out. Me and my squad.
The girls are winding up, at toi. Fellas taking up, at toi. How she back it up, at toi.
Grenada. This Carnival Thursday, August 9th, Spice Addiction Entertainment invites you to BN Venue.
Take a shot and just free up now.
The Neon Edition. Let's pop it bright.
Favorite shot.
BN is the only Carnival Thursday fete that guarantees pure uninterrupted vibes, 6 years and counting. This Carnival Thursday at 9 p.m., we are on the Morris Bishop Highway in the yard of L&M Investments.
You like talk?
BN will be featuring a star-studded cast of only the best local and international soca DJ talent, alongside a few mystery acts.
I can't stand me neighbor.
Just avoid getting a case of FOMOs, yes, the fear of missing out, and secure your BN tickets today at gotofed.com or any Spice Addiction Ticket Masters, Heather's Boutique, Esther's Beach Bar, and Chopsticks Chinese Restaurant. BN the Neon Edition. This experience will move you.
Make this carnival a special one with Spice Isle Jewelry. This is the sale you've been waiting for. Get up to 40% off on our stunning collection of silver and gold jewelry with purchases above $115. Visit our 2 locations on Grenville Street, St. George's and the Spiceland Mall Grandans to see our fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings and our unique handmade pieces. Step into Spice Isle Jewelry and shop in air-conditioned comfort with a friendly, helpful and courteous staff. We also pay the most for scrap, gold and trading. Our repair service is second to none. Treat yourself or even someone special this carnival with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry. Call us on 440-3155 or 440-6648. Sale ends August 31st. Spice Isle Jewelry, operating since 1986, and we do so with pride. Alright, thank you very much, folks. There was a video circulating on social media yesterday that alleged that a man stole a cell phone from a woman. We have been contacted by that woman who says that her phone has been returned and wants to thank everyone who were instrumental in assisting her with identifying the person who allegedly took that phone. We have now for you the national report. We have quite a few things to tell you about today, so please brace yourself for that.
RGPF committed to ensure Carnival 2019 is peaceful and safe. Details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Thursday, August 1st, I am Rikisha St. Louis. The Royal Grenada Police Force will next week outline its plans and operations to ensure a safe and secure environment for Carnival 2019. The plans will be outlined at a briefing to be hosted by Acting Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin on Tuesday, August 6th at Police Headquarters. The RGPF says it will also discuss other relevant security issues associated with Carnival, as well as provide information on crime statistics for the first half of the year. A wreath-laying ceremony to commemorate the 181st anniversary of emancipation was held at Melville Street on Thursday. The celebrations was held under the theme honoring our African ancestors, freedom, a right, not a privilege. The blessing at the Market Square was done by Bishop Clyde Harvey, which was followed by the reading of the proclamation by Aquino Romain. The bishop says this is a time to reflect on what has been done for us.
You are not truly free until you pay a price for it. You are not truly free until we recognize, as we will just now, the fact that some people died so that we might be free. And as you think about that, it is also important to remember it is not freedom from. A lot of people like to say, yeah, we're free, we're free, we're free, and shake the tail. But they don't shake their head and they don't shake their heart. Unless you can honestly say, I am struggling and I know what it is to struggle for my freedom. I know what it is to defend my freedom from time to time, then you're not truly free. And the great philosophers of our age tell us one thing. Freedom is freedom to, not only freedom from. And therefore it's important that we ask ourselves, what am I doing with the freedom that I have?
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Youth, Culture, Sports and the Arts, Ms. Desiree Stephen, says our culture has arisen from our ancestors and has been passed on from generation to generation.
Cultural heritage keeps our integrity as a people and gives us a sense of identity. The concept of cultural heritage is a legacy of the physical architecture, the buildings, the monuments, the work of art, the written text, etc., as well as the intangible attributes such as the folklore, the traditions, the language of our society that are inherited from past generations, maintained in the present, and be stored for the benefits of future generations.
Pan Ossia will be the first of 9 on stage in the Junior Panorama competition at the Children's Carnival Frolic at the National Stadium on Saturday, August 3rd. Dipping for positions took place at the office of the Spice Mass Corporation on Wednesday. Pan Ossia will be followed by Melody Warriors, New Dimension, Flow Comancheros, Rainbow City All-Stars, Grand Roy Pan Angels, Suzuki Food Fair Pan Wizards, Republic Bank Angel Harps, and Florida All-Stars. The senior competition will take place at the National Stadium on August 10th. Appearing first in the senior category is Republic Bank Angel Harps, followed by Rainbow City All-Stars, New Dimension, Suzuki Food Fair Pan Wizards, Florida All-Stars, Flow Comancheros, Pan Lovers Symphony, Grand Roy Pan Angels, Pan Ossia, and closing out the show is Melody Warriors. Meanwhile, George F. Huggins and Company Limited has presented a check valued at $27,000 to the Spice Mass Corporation, a substantial contribution to the cultural festival. Corporate Marketing Manager Najuma Francis Patrick says the company's continued support is guaranteed in the preservation of Grenada's culture.
Huggins is once again pleased to partner with SMC for Spice Mass 2019. As a proud Grenadian company, we see the need to continuously invest in our culture, and so hence the reason that we have partnered with Spice Mass over the years as a proud partner to ensure that we see the culture grow and develop.
Huggins once again will also sponsor the road match winners for 2019.
Over the season, our patrons can look forward to a number of specials from our brands associated with Carnival. So for example, at the Children's Carnival Frolic, we'll have a Huggins booth with a number of different kid-friendly products, as well as Queen Show, Soca Monarch, and so. Lucozade, which is a brand distributed by Huggins, is the official road match sponsor of King road match sponsor for the drink. So Lucozade is the official energy drink of Carnival, and we proudly sponsor the road match winner in terms of cash prize of $10,000.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Tune in to the Government Information Service on Friday, August 2nd for a live broadcast of the quarterly address by Honorable Kindra Maturin Stewart, Minister for Carriacou and Petit-Martinique Affairs and Local Government and Legal Affairs. She will touch on issues like infrastructure development, smart hospital, regatta festival, low-income housing, and SVG air operation. The live broadcast begins at 10 a.m. on Friday, August 2nd.
Welcome back. The Department of Economic and Technical Cooperation says a change in behavior will help cushion the effects of climate change locally. On Thursday, members of the media were given a clearer picture of the likely outcome if action is not taken soon. The Department of Economic and Technical Cooperation and GIZ engaged media practitioners on the importance of their role in educating the public on the severity of the situation. The concern for the organizers is although much is being done at the national level and there is financing from the Green Climate Fund, Germany and the government of Grenada, there is still a lot more to be done. Grenada receives up to US $1 million grant per year from the Green Climate Fund. Head of the Economic and Technical Cooperation Department, Titus Antwine, says the focus is to encourage behavioral change.
Not just the happiness locally, but also the international developments that has relevance to climate change and how Grenada is impacted, etc. We see it as very critical because as a government we can't do it alone. The media must help. At the end of the day, what we are trying to do ultimately is to encourage behavioral change in terms of how persons go about the day-to-day business, in terms of how they impact the environment and how they play a role in the whole issue of climate change.
It is the hope of the department and experts that the partnership with the media will deepen as the need for the dissemination of information on climate change becomes urgent.
We'll share the various necessary links, etc. So and the contact, and the hope is that as things progress, because as the climate change landscape continues to evolve and new information comes about, we expect to keep the engagement and keep it going ever so often. we meet and we update the information, etc. And we are here at the disposal of the journalists today, the media workers today, so that they can get from us, well, not necessarily the government per se, but the government hired specialists. Today we are being facilitated by an expert on climate change in the person of our very own Mr. Leon Charles, and hopefully we can continue with these kind of engagements over as necessary.
Some of the effects include the increase in temperatures, rise in sea levels, and reduced rainfall. Finally, Grenada has begun advancing its food-based dietary guidelines, a key tool to drive nutrition education strategies for the public. As we hear in this report from Mina Booker, the Public Relations Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, the multi-sectoral approach has been taken to review and make recommendations.
Guidelines, FBDG, were developed in a process led by the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council in collaboration with the Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO, the Institute of Nutrition of Central America and Panama, and the Caribbean Food and Nutrition Institute, and is an initiative that the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands supports. Grenada began the process back in 2006 when it first published its food-based dietary guidelines, taking into consideration data relating to mortality, food production, food consumption, and nutrition status. In an effort to further develop the guidelines, the Food and Nutrition Council opened a workshop at the Public Workers Union on Tuesday 30th, facilitating healthcare professionals, policymakers, nutritionists, community leaders, media, educators, and other members of the public. The sessions are aimed at reviewing the results of the field tests of messages and graphics, selecting feasible recommendations to be implemented by the population, and to prepare the first set of messages and define contents of the basic educational materials for the FBDGs. Ms. Veronica Molina, Food and Agriculture Organization consultant who is assisting the national team with developing the methodology, says one of the overarching goals is to encourage better eating patterns.
What we are trying to do is to help people to do better choices regarding food. As you know, there is a real health problem among the population, not just undernutrition, but our main problem is obesity and chronic diseases. And all these problems become from bad food choices and also lack of physical activity. What we are trying to do is to give the population practical messages to help them to do better choices with the food available in their own local context. That's why we are using a lot of ethnographic studies to understand what people believe, think, and what people can do and what people cannot do. Because as technicians, we know what is better for the population, but we also want to know if they are willing to follow these recommendations.
Stephanie Lewis, consultant for the food-based dietary guidelines, said one of the accomplishments would be the development of different material for the population on dietary guidelines.
And that workshop is for us to put together some results from a focus group to finally come up with some messages for the food-based dietary guidelines. So what we would do is to break off into groups that will take the first 4 messages and the second 4 messages and work on that and try to look at the results from the focus group and take that results and put it into the messages. So whatever suggestions that were made, whatever barriers or whatever benefits, we'll take that and use that in terms of for the graphic and for the messages, but also to prepare educational materials for the country, and that would be educational materials for the different population.
While similar updates are being carried out by the Food and Agriculture Organization in territories such as St. Vincent, Ms. Lydia Brown, Executive Director for the Food and Nutrition Council, outlined the significance of having such a workshop here.
This workshop is very important for Grenada. We have dietary guidelines that were set up and launched in 2006, and so it's long overdue for a revision, and the revision process really started a long time ago. But these guidelines are actually, we look at the health situation in Grenada and to see the amount of chronic diseases that we're having, a large amount of it stemming from our the body weights of people being higher and higher as they age. And so the guidelines are actually going to give people an idea, not what to eat, but the proportion of foods, how they need to gauge the different groups of foods and how much of it they need to lessen and how much of it they should eat more of.
During the first day of the workshop, the participants were given an opportunity to review and make recommendations on the results of field tests that were conducted by the BALS Research Group headed by Dr. Wendy Crawford, Assistant Agricultural Officer within the Ministry of Agriculture, who represented the 4-H unit. Ms. Anna Abraham is hopeful that the two-day session will contribute to the development of healthy eating habits.
I'm hoping that I will be able to get some more information as to ways to eat healthy, things to do to live a healthier life, and that we can pass that information on to the children in the schools, in the 4-H clubs.
The review of the existing national food-based dietary guidelines is reflective of the nutrition situation in the country. It would aim to use ordinary language that the general public understands while providing practical advice that is appropriate for local customs, dietary patterns, economic conditions, and lifestyles. The workshop wraps up on Wednesday, 31st July 2019. For the Ministry of Agriculture's Public Relations Unit, I am Mina Booker.
Thank you, Mina. That story just ended the national report for today, Thursday, August 1st. Let's recap the top story. The RGPF committed to ensure Carnival 2019 is peaceful and safe. On behalf of everyone here at the Government Information Service who made this newscast possible, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Alrighty, thank you very much. And what else do we have to tell you? I think we have run out of time on the program, so I'd like to thank everyone. I think I had something else to tell you, but anyway. Yes, so I want to thank everyone for joining us on the program for today, and we'll have another program for you tomorrow, God willing. I'm still having issues with my weather application, so I'm not able to show you the weather or get it on the screen, but we are working on it. Probably by tomorrow I should have it rectified. All right, and I do want to apologize for that. Okay, guys. Yep, so again, I'd like to express my appreciation to you and everyone else who's on the program. Joycelyn, Eugenia, Sharon, Lisa, Shomin, Ala, Zaka, Trevelyn, Shireen, Kirin, Peter, Abby, Theresa, and Rolanda. Did I say Lisa? Eunice, Dolores, and I said Shomin, right? And everyone else, Alinga, and everyone else, my mom, my brother, my family, Michelle, and Della. Thank you for viewing. We're going to have another program for you guys. Jane and Shondalyn. Why didn't you, how you pronounce the Recollet? I forget the last something. I forget. Forgive me. You had put it in the chat a couple months ago. I haven't seen you for a while and it make me forget the thing. Is it Recolt? I said hello, Shomin. You deaf? Don't go there. Don't go there, Shomin. Don't go there. Recolt is the name, right? Eugenia and Peter, everyone else, man. Thank you for watching, Marilyn. And we're going to touch base tomorrow, God's willing, all right? Eunice and everybody else. Recolt. Yes, I know I got it. Recolt. Right, Recolt. Thanks. Osric, blessings as well. And everyone else, WPG10, thank you for watching. God bless you and your family. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, ja, no. Good night, everyone.